Hey there, welcome to our lower body pyramid style workout. This workout today is really gonna target all of the muscles in our lower body. Plus, we have a glute max out pyramid circuit. We're gonna have 3 different circuits, one focused on squats, one focused all on the glutes, and then one focused on the legs where we'll hit the quads, the hamstrings, and the calves. Getting ready to go into our very first exercise, which is a sumo squat. So grab your dumbbells, start your watch if you wanna use that, and let's do this. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Down, squeeze at the top. So make sure, let's get form right on, right away. Chest is up. We're lowering, full range of motion for you. So you may be able to go a little bit farther than me, or maybe not quite as low, that is totally fine. But squeezing all the way up at the top. So make sure, push those hips forward just a smidge, really contracting the glutes, hitting the thighs, hitting the hamstrings, the quads, working it all right now with the squats. I love pyramid training, and we are working pyramids today that start with 60 seconds of work. We're gonna work our way down 45, finishing out with 30. I'm telling you that 30 seconds is a beautiful thing, but I still want you to challenge yourself through each set. Squeeze, good. So make sure you're going heavy enough. Rest is also going to be decreasing as we decrease our work time. One more, and squeeze, awesome. Now, if you have your band, grab that as well. We're gonna use that. Where did I put my band? We're gonna put it right above our knees. We have a goblet squat, so you can grab a dumbbell if you'd like to as well. If you don't have a band, totally fine. You can do this exercise, all of the exercises without the band. The band's just gonna add a little bit of extra resistance, and let's begin. So 3 squat variations today for this squat round. And squeeze. Keeping your chest up and up, good. Make sure your knees are not falling in towards the center, and especially if you have the band, you have to think about pressing those knees out a little bit to keep the band from pressing your knees in. Over halfway now. 60 seconds, that's a long chunk of change right there, but we're doing it. And we only get to work 60 seconds one time through for each exercise. So make it count. 5 seconds now. We're gonna keep the band on, and we're gonna do an alternating in and out squat. Last one, awesome. Dumbbells optional for this one. I'm gonna use 2 dumbbells. Be getting your dumbbells, we go in 15 seconds. All right, for this exercise, the key is stay low. So modification, you'll go without the band and the dumbbells, just using body weight, still an amazing challenge. So bring it down, legs close. We go out, back in, out, good. So just alternating sides. When those feet are in center, just about shoulder width, then we take it wider and sink it down, good. So holding that squat about halfway here, take the leg out, lower all the way down. Good, we are really working. Core engaged, chest is up. If you need to shake it out for a second, do it. And if you do need to take a break, longer than what we have on that resting timer, go for it. This is your time. And I want you to make it count for you. Almost there. You're gonna get a break. We start over from the top. Back to sumo in 3, 2, let's hit the other side, 1. Nice. Whew. No band, sumo squat. Now I'm gonna challenge you because we're going down in time. If you can up your weight, I want you to think about it now and do it. You can always decrease the weight if needed, but you can always up the weight if needed as well. We go in 5 seconds. Get your dumbbell, feet out, and we begin. Down and squeeze. Push those hips forward. Chest stays up. Nice and slow through each rep. Really feeling those muscles work. Over halfway. We are what? Oh my word, like 4 minutes in and I am already. The rain has started in these parts. Is it raining where you are? Probably will be by the end. Down and squeeze. Good. Back to our goblet squat. If you're using that band right above the knees, we gotta move quick. Again, as our work time decreases, our rest time increases. Our rest time decreases as well. So we go right back into it. Here we go. Down and squeeze. Again, if you've got that band, make sure you're not letting your knees cave in, because that band, that's what it wants to do, but you've got to keep that pressure. Working the outer thighs with that. Breathing. Oh my. Well, this is definitely, I feel like gonna be one of those leg days that goes in the book. You're like, all right, I just made it through that. I can make it through pretty much anything. You know, getting stronger in here to get stronger out in the world. You got it. Oh, amazing. All right, in and out squat. I'm using 2 dumbbells. If you need to lower the intensity, no dumbbells. We've got about 7 seconds. So get your dumbbells. Remember, we're kind of keeping this, not kind of, we are keeping this low. So about shoulder width, take it out wide, sink it down. Back shoulder width, out, down. Good. Oh. If you need to include noises in your training as well as you're going through it, totally acceptable. That is A-okay. Oh yeah, just about 15. And then we're hitting those 3 exercises at 30 seconds. Last one. Oh my goodness. All right, set your weights down, grab a drink. We do not have long. No band, back to the sumo squat. But again, only 30 seconds. So I'm using 1 dumbbell. You can of course use 2, whatever you're comfortable with. And let's begin. Squeeze. So 30 seconds is gonna fly by. That's half of the working time from where we started. And squeeze. Push those hips forward at the top and squeeze, good. Down, push them forward. Couple reps left. 1 more, down and up. Amazing, set it down. Grab your band quickly. Goblet squat. Time is ticking. We've got 5 seconds, we go. Get your dumbbell, bring it up. Here we go. 30 seconds is it. Down and squeeze. Oh my goodness. Now, if you did the upper body pyramid workout, I think I said, oh, this is sweat fest upper body. Now I'm like, oh my word, that was nothing compared to the lower body sweat fest we got going on. Holy mackerel. Oh, almost there. Last one. Oh, keep your band on if you want to use that. Working just 30 seconds for that low alternating side to side squat. Grab your dumbbells. All right, keep it low. Timer is on. Down, lower it. Middle, lower. Good. So you're in about a half squat here, and then I want you to take it all the way down. So keeping those legs contracted, pretty much the whole time. But you're gonna get a longer break next before we go into our glute max out circuit. and up. Amazing. All right, so this is your longer rest. Enjoy it. Breathing. I'm just gonna keep my band on because we're gonna need that. All right, so for this next round, this is where if you've got your box or your chair, something sturdy, grab that now. We're gonna use that for the last two exercises. Our first exercise though is just going to be a glute bridge on the ground. If you do not have a box, I've got modifications for you as well. So we won't need that yet, but let's bring it on down and get ready to go because we've got about 20 seconds. How amazing is this rest? Oh my word, I'm loving it right now. I'm loving that you showed up too. I wanna say high five for showing up. But we gotta bring it back. You can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. I like to use 2 for the glute bridge on my hips. I'm gonna keep my band on again, just for a little extra resistance. I want you to push it for this one. Let's begin, 60 seconds. And lift. Hold it at the top, hold it, and down. Tap it in the bottom, bring it straight back up. So if we're breaking this exercise down, we've got the lift, the squeeze at the top, the lower, and the tap. The tap should be the shortest of them all. It's just a boop, tap, lifting back up, holding, and then controlling back down at the same tempo you lifted. Good. And if you've got that band, make sure you are putting some pressure on that band so your knees don't cave in. And even if you don't have the band, make sure your knees are not caving in here. Almost there. Squeeze. Oh my word, I told you this is the glute max out after all of those squats, plus this glute focused work. That bummy is gonna be beautiful. Down and up, amazing. All right, so this is where, if you've got your box, I want you to grab it right quick. Now this is going to be a feet elevated glute bridge. Now you can do this on the ground. You're gonna do a sumo position glute bridge. So those legs are gonna be out, but if you've got your box, bring it on down. I like to use 1 dumbbell for this, just right across my hip. So I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell, but you can definitely use 2. I'm also gonna keep the band on. Bring it up, and let's begin. Here we go. Lift, and lower. And squeeze. So weight is all in the heels here. I want you working with that same tempo where you just tap it at the bottom. May take a little bit longer to get to the top because we have a greater range of motion now with those legs up. So this really works deep in to the bummeroo and squeeze the glutes. We'll use the proper term, not my, the glute muscles. Good, you're feeling it in the hamstrings as well a little bit with this one. So it is a compound move as well as working the core. That's why I love the glute bridge oh so much. It's such an awesome exercise. Squeeze it up. Remember, hold it at the top for just a second. I want you to hold it. 3, come on, 2, and 1. Slowly lower it down. Amazing. All right, now we've got 1 exercise left. No dumbbells for this exercise, but keep that band on if you want a little bit more resistance. We're gonna bring it up. If you have a box that's adjustable as far as height, I'm gonna bring it to my highest level. We're gonna do a hinged at the hip, rear leg lift. So I'm gonna hold onto the box and I want you to alternate legs lifting and lift. So this hinged position is allowing us to get a little bit deeper into the glutes as opposed to a standing position. So if you don't have the box, you're just holding it down here. But if you've got that box, you can use it for some support to keep you at this even level here. Good, lift and lower. Exhale with the lift, keeping a bend in the knees. As you lift, I don't want you to think about lifting the leg, even though it's called a leg lift. I want you to think about contracting the glute muscle. So as you lift, squeeze the glute. That muscle is contracting to lift the leg right now. Good, lift. You can put a whole different emphasis on an exercise if you really think about that muscle. So if you just think about lifting the legs, you're not gonna get that squeeze like you would if you think about contracting the glute muscle. Last exercise for our 60-second round. Lift and lower. Amazing. We get a short break. we do it all again. We're going back down for the glute bridge. Leave your band on if you want to leave the band on. Pop your box out of the way just for a minute, but get your, if you raised your box, you might want to lower it. I'm using my 16-inch here for when we put our feet up, but grab your dumbbells for glute bridge. We're working 45 seconds now, so each exercise 45 seconds. Bring it down, glute bridge, and we go. Lift and lower. Now remember, rest time is going to be shorter as well for this round. So we're gonna have to just get ready and go right into that next exercise and squeeze. Good, pressure on the knees if you've got the band. Don't let your knees cave in. You want to think about your knees being in line with your big toes. So if your knees are in or out, make sure you're making an adjustment to fix that, or you could hurt your knees with this exercise. I wanna keep you safe, I wanna get you strong, and I wanna make sure that you are rocking it through your workout, which is why I constantly remind you about keeping form almost there. Remember, feet elevated glute bridge is next. Bring it down, quick recovery. You can use 2 dumbbells, I'm gonna use just 1. Get your box into position. Weight is only on those heels. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lift, squeeze at the top. Tap at the bottom and go. Down and up, good. And squeeze. Down and up. So that your weight is up on your shoulder blades here in the back and then on your heels. We are doing it. Almost there. Squeeze. I want you to hit it one more time. Really get that squeeze, hold, and down. Quickly set that weight off to the side. No dumbbell, keep your band on if you'd like it. If you can adjust your bench to just a bit higher, go ahead and do that now. Going to that alternating rear glute contraction extension, let's call it that. So, because I really want you to think about the squeeze. Good. And squeeze. Contract the glute, squeeze, good. Hey, if you need to say the word squeeze to help you, go for it. We're not just here to go through the motions so we could say we did a workout. We are here to train and get stronger, and that takes concentration, that takes focus, and it takes determination. And you showed up, and that's what we're going for. Almost there. Lift. Oh, amazing. Time is up. Keep the band on. This is that moment when we get 30 seconds for each exercise. I cannot wait. Back into the glute bridge. Pop your box out quickly. Timer is going. Timer is ticking. Keep your band on if you want. 30 seconds for each. We gotta move. We go in 3, and 2, and 1. Lift and lower. Squeeze. Hold at the top and down. Weight is in the heels. Make sure your weight is in the heels, not on your toes. If you're on your toes, you're gonna find that you're working your quads more. Your quads are the top muscle up here. And we are really maxing out the glute work right now. Squeeze, almost there, hold it. And lower. Ho, ho, ho. All right, glute or feet elevated glute bridge now, or your modification is that sumo glute bridge. Again, I'm using 1 dumbbell for this. Timer is going. We go in 3, and 2, and 1. Here we go. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Good. Awesome job. Leg circuit, pyramid style is next. We have 3 exercises. Again, we're gonna keep that same structure, working all the muscles in the legs now, the quads, the hamstrings. We're gonna hit the glutes again, and we've got the calf muscles. Almost there. Last one, lift, squeeze. Awesome. Dumbbell, but bring it on up. Going into our rear leg lifts. What's the focus? Yes, that's it. Contract the glutes. Here we go. So again, this box is just here for balance to keep you at this level. If you don't have the box, you're just hands on your hips, trying to only lift the leg by contracting the glutes. Hey, you can feel it if you want. If you put one hand there, I'm telling you what, if you think about squeezing the glutes, you're gonna feel it. And we're almost there. Lift, lift, and now we get an amazing, amazing break. You can keep your band on if you want, because our first exercise we're going into, we'll use the band. Again, optional if you had it or if you have it. But popping the box out of the way, we'll need the box for just one of the exercises right in the middle of the pyramid. But we are gonna work the Romanian deadlift now. So I'm gonna challenge you again to go heavy enough. This is gonna hit the glutes again, but we're gonna work on the hamstrings. If you have that band on, it's right above your knee. And it's the same focus I want you to think about. Don't let it pull your knees in, because as you lower, the band is gonna wanna push your knees in. You're gonna wanna keep it out. Work the outer thighs into the glutes again with that band. So I'm gonna go with one heavy dumbbell. You can of course use two if you want, but let's grab it because we are ticking down. We've got 10 seconds before we go. With your Romanian deadlift, keep the dumbbell close, back flat, and push your hips back. So the hinge comes from the hips, but keep a slight bend in the knee. Here we go. Feet about shoulder width apart. And as you come up, I want you to squeeze and push. Good. Lower it down to where you can lower it, even if it's just right to your knees. Awesome. Control it down, back flat. You feel that contraction in the hamstrings when you hit that point down here at the bottom, and then you squeeze and pull back up. So I want you to think of this, nice, slow, lower down, driving the hips back, and then I want you to think power and squeeze. Good. So really drive the hips forward as you come back up. Amazing. So we're going nice and slow, so we don't get too many reps in when we do the Romanian deadlift. But if you're doing it with that good form and focus, you're gonna feel it and you won't need many reps to make it work. Last one. Amazing. All right, now this is where you're gonna need your box. I'm gonna use one dumbbell again. You can definitely use two. We're gonna work on a seated calf raise. So for this exercise, I'm actually gonna set this down because I wanna take my band off. We don't really need our band on anymore until we get back to that Romanian deadlift. But I'm gonna put one dumbbell here right at the end of my knees, not on my knees, but right behind my knees. Lift and lower and squeeze. Hold it at the top for a second, just like that glute bridge where we hold it at the top. I want you to do that. And squeeze. So bringing those feet down flat, squeeze that lower half of the leg right here and down. Again, if it helps you to feel that muscle contracting, go ahead and reach down as long as you've got control of your dumbbell. Feel that muscle. It's kind of like there's the proof in the pudding when you feel the squeeze of the muscle. When you can feel the contraction, you know you're working it. And down, good. Lift up on the toes. And also leg position, you're just about a 90-degree angle with those legs. So you don't want them out too far. You're not gonna be able to get a very good range of motion, and also too close. It'll put a lot of pressure on your knees. So just about 90 degrees. One more. And lower. All right, now we're going to an alternating forward stepping lunge. So no box. You can use dumbbells. You can modify with no dumbbells, or you can do the alternating front and side leg lift if you are not a fan of lunges. I have made a mess back here with my dumbbells. All right, alternating forward stepping lunge. Here we go. Keep your chest up. Don't worry about taking too wide of a step. If you start reaching too far forward, it's gonna throw you off balance. Same thing if you step too close. It's gonna throw you off balance. But you wanna think about making a 90-degree, there's that 90-degree angle again, with both knees, the forward and the back. But as you're here with that leading leg, you're gonna push off from the heel using that power, feeling it in that posterior chain, the hamstrings, and the glutes again. But working the quad as we step forward, and then powering back, we're hitting that posterior side. Good. Make sure shoulders roll down and back. You don't want to keep your arms up here. Everything is relaxed in the upper body, but still under control and strong. Almost there. Let's do one more. Down and up. Awesome. Back to our Romanian deadlift. If you want to throw that band on, throw it on quick. This is where things are going to move quickly because we're shortening the working time, we're shortening the rest time. I'm going to use one dumbbell again. You can definitely use two, but feet just a little wider about shoulder width. Dumbbell close, drive the hips back, slight bend in the knee. Dumbbell is close. Remember, slow down, power up, squeeze the glutes, push the hips. Down. Good, driving the hips and powering through. Weight stays in the heels. You can even take a look and see my toes are up. And I'm really focusing on keeping that weight in the heels. And up, squeeze. Now, even though my tempo is a little bit quicker on the pull up, don't be jerky with it. You want to still be nice and controlled as you pull up. Last one, awesome. Back into our seated calf raise. If you don't have that box, obviously you're just standing, doing the calf raise. All right, and I'm just leaving my band on because we don't really have time to remove it because we go in 3 seconds. And here we go. Lift and lower. Remember, just about 90 degrees here. Up on the toes, hold it for a second, and down. Hold it, get the contraction, and then you lower. And lift. Amazing. I really think that pyramid style workouts make the time go by so quick. I mean, we have been working for like over 20 minutes now, and it does not feel like we've been working that long. I know it's been tough, but things have moved like right along that I haven't even noticed, because after this and our alternating forward stepping lunge, we get to hit those exercises once more through, and you've made it. Whew. Last one, squeeze and lower. Awesome. Now, dumbbell out of the way. We've got less than 20 now. Pop the box out. That's not gonna work because my legs are like, don't make me do any extra work right now. All right, alternating forward stepping lunge. Grab your dumbbells. If not, you're on the ground for that, or no, I'm sorry, you're standing for the front and side leg raise if you are not a fan of lunges. Down and up. Now, I give you the modification for lunges because I know that some people have, it just bothers your knees. Now, if you're not a fan of lunges just because you don't like doing lunges and there's no effect on your knees, I'm gonna challenge you to go for the lunges because lunges are an amazing exercise. But there are variations you can use to help target those muscles as well, which is the modifications that I offer. But don't skip the lunges just because I give a modification if you don't like lunges. It's doing those exercises that you are not a huge fan of that really help to get you stronger and show you what you're made of. Because you're pushing when you don't want to. One more, down and up. All right, last time through 3 exercises, Romanian deadlift. So if you're using that band, pop it on quick. We go in 5 seconds. Grab your dumbbell. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So 30 seconds. I'm not gonna go over form too much during this round because it's gonna move really quick. We'll probably get just about maybe 6 to 8 reps in before that timer goes up. So I just want you to focus on the squeeze. Last one, going right into calf raises. Good, pull your box over. 10 seconds now, have a seat. Dumbbell right above your knees. Remember, we're gonna lift up, hold it, and lower. Let's begin. Whew. Squeeze, hold it. Good. Oh my word. Hitting the 30-minute mark, and look what you have just accomplished. Oh, a 30-minute workout can seem long, but when you can compare it to the 24 hours that you have in a day, you are doing amazing things with that 30 minutes. So don't forget that when you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do a workout. You are making it count when you hit play for those 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it might be. Last one, lift and lower. Okay, alternating forward stepping lunge, or you've got that modification. Box out of the way. We don't need the band, but we need the dumbbells. Oh, I am moving quick. Okay, here we go. We've got to begin. 30 seconds, down and up. Chest is up, keep good form. This is it. Home stretch. I see the finish line. Oh my word, we have worked so hard. If leg day is not your thing, I'm so glad you press play. So important to work your muscles evenly. If you're working upper body and abs, you gotta hit the lower body too. Let's do one more each side. So happy you joined me for leg day. That is it. Oh my word. I love you so much. I gotta say thank you for being here for this leg day workout, but you are not done because I wanna see you over at the stretch. So check that stretch out. I will see you right there. Meet you there. I love you. Have an awesome one and an awesome stretch.